Moving on, it's the height of victim shaming. Doctors in Bhopal have termed the gang rape of a 16-year-old girl as consensual sex. That's right, they say the rape was consensual. First, she fought against her rapist, and now she fights the system. 4 men brutalized her in the heart of Bhopal. 3 police stations then turned her away. The police even called her story filmy. And the Braveheart was forced to nab her own assaulters with the help of her family and haul them to the police station herself. But the state machinery failed her at every step. And now the doctors who conducted the medical examination have called the rape consensual. Mirror Now, in fact, has accessed that medical report. However, after public outrage, that report has now been retracted. That is the latest. Those are the latest details that we've uncovered here on Mirror Now. The medical report, which actually calls this entire incident as consensual sex, this gang rape incident as consensual sex. And then after the outrage, that report was in fact retracted. This 16-year-old girl, she fought her rapists, the 4 men who brutalized her, and this happened in the heart of Bhopal. And then after that, when she tried to file a complaint, police stations, 3 different police stations turned her away, refusing to believe her, calling her story filmy and turning her away. And then she, along with her parents, nabbed 2 of those men and took them to the police station before a complaint was finally filed. Let's go across to Mohit, who's joining in on the phone. All right, Mohit is joining me at this point. Mohit, I mean, this is absolutely shocking, the way this report has been filed and then retracted.
Well, exactly. You know, it seems that there's been a lot of goof-ups and a lot of revelation when it comes to this particular gang rape. Firstly, you know, you had the victim who had to, you know, run from pillar to post. She had to approach at least 3 to 4 police stations before there was a massive outcry, and her complaint was actually registered in this matter. And then you have the medical reports and the doctors also.
इसमें सुधार जब हो गया है तो चिकित्सक को सीख ही रहे हैं वो तो, और भविष्य में हजारों लाखों मरीजों का जांच इलाज करेंगे, तो उसका सुधार जब कर लिया और उनको इंस्ट्रक्शंस और निर्देश भी दे दिए गए हैं, तो ऐसी भूल अब कभी होगी।
ऐसी कोई कार्रवाई की गई है इन लोगों के ऊपर, डॉक्टर के ऊपर, जिन्होंने ये रिपोर्ट तैयार की?
ये डीन के अंडर में आते हैं, वरिष्ठ कार्यालय के अंडर में आते हैं। ये कार्रवाई और जानकारी वहां से प्राप्त हो सकती है।
आपने कोई रिपोर्ट बना के डीन को दी है?
अभी नहीं, जानकारी दी है। चर्चा में मुझे बताया गया कि इसमें इंस्ट्रक्शंस जारी हो चुके हैं कि यही कि जब भी कोई मरीज की जांच होगी उसमें कंसल्टेंट रहेंगे।
थैंक यू सर।
जीएमसी
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
लीगल रिपोर्ट MLC।
All right, let's go back to Mohit. That was just an update as far as this particular Bhopal incident itself is concerned. Mohit, please continue. Sorry to have cut you off.
Well, Avi, it's a shocking revelation of this sort. You know, you have the medical superintendent coming out and saying that it was actually the junior reporters who had compiled these reports, and you know, once it came to our notice, it was actually corrected. But what sort of a hospital are they running? You know, it raises a lot of question on the administration as well. Why wasn't senior doctors involved in such a case? It is a rape case that we're talking about. It's not an injury report that was being filed by doctors, and where, you know, there was no need of senior doctors. What exactly was the medical superintendent doing, and what about his role in the matter? Because see, what would have happened had the first report been submitted in the court of law? It could have had a severe impact on the case. And there is a possibility that the accused could have been acquitted as well. So, you know, all these things have to be kept into mind when we look at the entire incident. We just cannot, leave out that, it was a technical error, and we just cannot rule out that there was actually, that the doctors could have also been involved with the accused in this particular case. We've been seeing how this case has been progressing so far. We've seen how the police had completely refuted to file the complaint in this matter, and now it somehow reeks of a bigger conspiracy. It seems that nobody, whether we talk about the policemen or in this matter doctors, they were just not ready to go through with this entire case, and it has been completely botched up from the start. And while the accused were apprehended later only, after there was plenty of help being given by the victim's family, now you have this instance also coming up. So there should be a proper inquiry, which should be ordered into this particular incident as well, to ensure that there are no more glitches in this particular case.
Right, and Mohit, you know, the ironic part here is that initially it was for the cops who turned her away. They were suspended. Now you have these doctors who also tried to perhaps bury the real report. Has any action been taken as far as that is concerned?
Well, all these junior doctors have been served a show-cause notice, but what we fail to understand is the fact that why weren't senior doctors involved in this particular case? It's a gang rape, which with a complaint being filed to the police, there was a severe outcry in the public as well. So why were the doctors not taking this particular case seriously? You know, this is also one of the questions that is arising right now. And what exactly would happen to those senior doctors who did not get involved in this, and what was the role of the medical superintendent? That should also be investigated, right now. And once all these things have been kept into mind, then a special inquiry should be initiated in this regard as well, and only then would the actual result of this case and what led to such goof-up be identified.
And Mohit, any update as far as the cops who there were, I think 4 cops who were suspended for turning her away? Any update as far as the probe into that, or any further action that is being taken?
Well, as of now, these cops who had turned the victim away, they were suspended. They were sent to the police lines, and an inquiry is still pending. Their statements are being recorded as to what exactly happened. Separate. They are all being questioned separately as to how could they allow this to happen, and what exactly was the statement of the victim then, and what were the circumstances under which these cops turned the victim away. But as of now, no action has been taken. Strict action has been taken against them. It is pending unless the report says so, and we are still awaiting a report on this matter.
Stay with us. All right, breaking inputs coming in. A show-cause notice has now been issued to 3 doctors. The superintendent of Sultania Hospital, where the medical examination was conducted, says that the initial report was made by a junior doctor and they are not aware of the rules. Those are the breaking inputs. Even Mohit was just mentioning this. Mohit, if you can take us through the exact details of this, because now obviously they're trying to hide behind the fact that it was made by a junior doctor and that wasn't the real report, and then it was only the second copy which was actually the report that needs to be taken cognizance of.
Well, Abhi, even if these doctors were not involved with the accused, how could this have happened? If the junior doctors were not aware, what to write and how to carry out a report, how to carry out a medical examination, how were they actually allowed to, further go ahead and, come out with this medical report in the first place? So, these are the questions that must be asked of the hospital authorities as well. And the hospital administration has to be questioned in this matter as well. And, as a matter of fact, the government also needs to step into it right now. They have to ask that, if it was just one case that has been brought to light, how many other cases have been washed up by the hospital authorities or the police, in the police probe? That is also a question that has to be asked, and whether the fact, all the previous cases will once again be probed. So all these things have to be kept into mind, but as of now, it just seems that, somehow the senior doctors of the hospital are trying to wash away their hands, and the junior doctors in this particular case have been made scapegoats.
Absolutely, Mohit. Really some tough questions need to be asked, but thanks so much for getting us those details. Let's also listen in to Dr. Karan Pepre on this.
ये जो हमारे यहाँ MBBS करने के बाद में जो नए RMO आते हैं, उनसे ये लिखने में मानवीय भूल हुई है, जिसका तत्काल सुधार करके, सीनियर ने पढ़ा होगा तो उसका तत्काल सुधार करके, करेक्शन करके, और वो फाइनल रिपोर्ट दे दी गई है। और साथ में उनको, बच्चियों को जो नए RMO हैं, उनको सुझाव भी दे दिया गया, समझाइश भी दे दी गई कि भविष्य में इस प्रकार की वो ना करें। और यह भी निर्देश वरिष्ठ कार्यालय से जारी हुए हैं कि जो भी इस प्रकार के महिलाओं से संबंधित, बच्चियों से, बेटियों से संबंधित संवेदनशील जो केसेस होते हैं और उनकी एक्सटर्नल इंटरनल जांच होती है और उसकी रिपोर्ट की जाती है, तो उसमें एक वरिष्ठ अनुभवी महिला चिकित्सक या उनकी टीम रहेगी, तो किसी प्रकार की कोई आपत्ति और शिकायत दर्ज नहीं होगी।